Well, hello and welcome to everyone on the Third Man Cricket Show. I'm Vansh Chawla, your host, and today's a very exciting day. It's Super Sunday, and we've got a double header today. Of course, the Chennai Super Kings playing the Kolkata Knight Riders in the afternoon game. So the match will be in Abu Dhabi, which obviously KKR won last time, and I feel quite privileged that I am able to host this match and not as an analyst of KKR because every time I do that, KKR loses. So Rishi with the good luck, and I hope he continues with that luck once again. And of course, we have Sanmay, who is a diehard CSK fan here as well. Well, an interesting stat: both teams have defeated Mumbai Indians and the Royal Challengers Bangalore after the restart of this IPL. So it will be an interesting encounter because Chennai and KKR both, as you all know, have those World Cup winning captains in MS Dhoni and Owen Morgan. So it will be an interesting battle, especially because it's a day game. So starting with you, Sanmay, I'd like to know your views on the on Chennai Super Kings because the two matches that they've played, they've been completely dominant. If not in phases, but they have been dominant, isn't it?
Yeah, they have been I won't say dominant because what I would say is that they were tested really well. In the first match against Mumbai Indians, we were like 24 for 4, and then our batting lineup was tested really well. And we posted a good score of 156. And whereas against RCB, our bowling was tested because at one point they were 30 in 13 overs, they were 111 for no loss. And the way RCB was batting, they could have easily scored somewhere around 180, but our bowlers bowled really well and restricted them to below 160 at Sharjah was a commendable effort from our bowlers. So we were tested and we have passed that test really well. The boys are looking in very good shape and they're carrying the momentum really well because we all know that they had a CSK had a really bad season last year in Dubai, but what I can say is that CSK is carrying that momentum from the first leg, and it's good to see the boys are playing really well.
Right. Well, Abhinav has his money on KKR today, and I hope KKR doesn't disappoint him because most of the people here, in fact, want a KKR win. I don't know why. But yeah, an interesting stat: Ravindra Jadeja has scored 371 runs for his various franchises against KKR. So that's a very interesting stat, especially at an average of 41, which is commendable in T20 cricket. So, Rishi, your thoughts on the two games that have planned so far for Kolkata Knight Riders? This couldn't have got better, isn't it?
I think even Sanmay would want KKR to win today because he doesn't want Mumbai Indians in the finals. So if KKR wins today, they'll be above Mumbai Indians. I mean, anyway,
Yeah.
they are above Mumbai Indians, but I think chances of Mumbai Indians to qualify would be lesser if KKR wins today. So I think even Sanmay would want KKR win today, not a CSK win. And talking about game, I think boys have played well in the last game, so I think they'll want to carry the momentum from where they have left in the last game. I think Venkateshwar looks pretty dominant from the start itself. The way he played last match was commendable. I mean, scoring just 30 runs of 10 balls in the starting overs and then going on to score a 50 in just second match of IPL. When nobody knows about you and you make a name, that's when there is a strike of a champion player. So let's see how he plays, and I'm sure that even bowlers would be contributing well today as well because they have been in a good on a good run. So just hope that there's a win today, and I don't think today there will be any changes in the 11 because
Okay.
so we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you guys might be knowing, we all do have our Dream 11 contests every day. So, the link is here right in front of you. You all can join that link. We've also inserted the link on our social media platforms. So, you can go there and, join those contests. Just 5 rupees entry fee, and you can win like. And if you are one of the lucky ones, you can surely win something big. So, that's a really plus point as I mean, there are a lot of people playing all these fantasy apps right now. Just like Abhinav also mentioned, he has his money on KKR right now. So, Sanma, I'd like to know your thoughts on this first, because I personally, being a KKR fan, still don't think that we have a good chance against CSK, because the form they're in and the captaincy that MS Dhoni, as usual, does, it's looking really difficult for KKR to pull this off today as well.
Yeah, it may be difficult for KKR to pull off because CSK have been playing really well. But you can never write off KKR because the form they have come back. They have somewhat like rolled back into the second leg. But they of course KKR should be wary of CSK because we have that one man, that is MS behind the stumps. He can still change the match from behind the stumps. If you give away the match to see, if slender एक path will be खुल के CSK they just grab it and they just go on to winning the matches. So uh, CSK won't be much worried. What they would want really now is that just seal that first two spots so that they will have a two go towards the final, two shots towards the final. As Ankit says, that Kolkata has a good bowling unit and they have good numbers against CSK also. If you see Sunil Narayan has a good record against MS. Last year in last reverse fixture only he hit the first four against KKR, and we all know what had happened last year in Abu Dhabi. We were in winning position and we went on to lose the match by 10 runs. CSK will be wary of that start, but what I would say that this is a changed CSK team. They are coming out. They have their covered bases. Even if some of the topper doesn't fire, we have DJ, we have Jadeja, we have
Yeah.
Moeen Ali to fire down the order. I always say that if you see the batting line of CSK, they go with 10 batters and one bowler. If you see the 10 all rounders there, so they are more comfortable going into it because and the batsmen can enjoy their shots and they can play the way they want to play.
Well, that's a very interesting point that you made there, Sanmay, because they do bat very deep, especially Deepak Chahar after coming from Sri Lanka after such a good knock, and he's batting at number 10, which shows the batting depth that Chennai have today. It will be a challenge for the KKR bowlers, especially. And Rishi, if we go 4 months back, the encounter that took place at the Wankhede Stadium between KKR and Chennai Super Kings, just like Sanchez is mentioning here right now. It was a complete six hitting fest for the likes of Andre Russell and Pat Cummins. And
Yeah.
also Fab Duplessis and Ruturaj also played a good knock to get Chennai to 200. But you fancy a similar contest today, like a one going till the last over, or do you think that it will be either dominance from either sides? What do you think, Rishi?
I think today's. I hope you can hear me. Yeah. So today they are going to play on Abu Dhabi Stadium. So I mean I don't know about the big sixes, but surely there'll be a run fest. Guaranteed. Now why I'm saying that is because Abu Dhabi ground is quite big. So I mean there are few batsmen who have found it very difficult to clear the whole ground. Uh, Clearing other grounds is pretty easy. Like Sharjah and Dubai ground is still easier, but Abu Dhabi ground is quite big. So I don't know how many sixes would come out, but yeah, we have Russell and they have Dhoni. So I mean, Russell and Dhoni can be the two people who can clear off these ground, this big ground. And I think I'll be fair enough. I mean, it will be fair enough to say that even Varun Chakravarti would be, he won't let anyone to hit those big sixes. I don't know about Sunil Narayan, but Varun Chakravarti at least won't let anybody hit. He is going to go against any batsman from CSK because he is in that prime form right now. I feel he has got that main ticket of T20 World Cup, so he doesn't have anything to lose now. He'll go against the batsman. I have told this I think in the last game also that Varun Chakravarti is one bowler we have to watch out.
Right. And a proud moment for all Indians today. After the 27 win streak by the Australian women, India have finally defeated them, and they've
Yeah,
broken that streak. So a very proud moment. Unfortunately, it could have been broken in the last match, but
correct.
it turned out to be on Australia's side. But really proud moments. The girls have made us proud, and I'm sure that they will make us
Yeah,
proud in the Test series that has to come
they
as well.
they reached close right last game, so we
Yeah.
knew that some or the other time they are going to defeat Australia in their home ground.
And
I mean, last
what
match was
Mithali
all.
Raj said,
Yeah,
and
correct,
what Mithali Raj has said that the streak started against India in India, and the streak should be bloody well
India.
broken by the Indians only, and it was
correct,
done.
correct.
it was done that
And
way. And
yeah,
of course, the last match we lost, Julan, because of that no ball by Julan Goswami, we lost the match. But she ensured that I finished the match this time around. So it's
yes,
a
correct.
good effort by the girls down.
Today actually, Julan Goswami contributed with ball and bat both. I mean, she has scored some runs also, like not many runs, but she was the one I think who finished the match with the bat
Finished
as
the
well.
game.
Yeah, and one good thing was that two other people except Mitali Raj and those who are regulars in the team or very experienced have not scored, but somebody like Yastika Bhatia and Shefali Verma have scored. So
Yeah,
Shefali Verma,
Yastika
we have
is.
already seen that she's
Hmm.
been scoring since the time she's got into the side, but it's a good start for the number three batsman. I mean
Yeah,
batswoman.
she's
I mean,
playing. She's playing a third ODI, so it's a really
yeah,
positive sign for Indian cricket to
true.
go forward. But let's go back to IPL
Yes,
now
let's go back to
because
our main focus.
because I don't know why I'm pretty excited to talk about KKR today, but I really want Rishi to be the analyst as he brings about such good luck. But yeah, Ankit actually mentioned a very good point. He wants Sam Curran versus Andre Russell once again. Your thoughts, Sanmay? I'm not really sure if we're going to see that encounter, but your thoughts on that head-to-head which took place at Wankhede 4 months back?
Yeah, that was a great ball that Sam Curran had bowled to Andre Russell behind, hitting the wickets behind his legs, coming around the legs. So I would really want Sam to be back on the field and bowl the same ball against Russell once again. But since the way CSK are playing, the need of Sam Curran has not yet arrived. I have read
Yeah,
many comments that Sam Curran would replace Bravo. So, since Bravo is playing really well, he will replace Sam Curran. But I guess both Bravo and Sam Curran can play in the same level. It's just that we have to remove Josh Hazelwood from the team and bring in Sam Curran. That would be the ideal swap for CSK. But I would still want Dreras versus. I'm more excited for Dreras versus Bravo because they are the West Indian players
yeah.
and they know each other really well, and it would be really nice to see Dreras versus Bravo more than Sam Curran versus Russell.
Actually, there's something interesting that they have found out that Sam Curran actually contributes so well, or maybe so much better than Hazelwood, but still Hazelwood has made it to the 11 because Sam Curran was in quarantine, and then MS Dhoni generally doesn't change the winning combination. So that is one way Hazelwood has got into the 11, and he's not going to be replaced now. So
He's
I mean,
what
I
disappointed CSK a lot because even though
Hmm.
he might have gone for runs in power play, but he has made some great comebacks.
yeah,
So
exactly,
all in all, he hasn't disappointed a lot. His second spell has been really good for
true,
CSK in past two matches. So
yeah,
there is no point of changing. If Hazelwood
that's
had
what.
gone for runs in
So
both
yeah.
the games, then we would have think that yeah, Sam Curran is coming back into this game.
I'm actually,
Right.
very excited for Dreras versus Jadeja, because I mean, Russell never actually, I mean, not never, but he generally doesn't go against the spinners generally. So he always, hits the fast bowlers. But and even Jadeja also he bowls quick to batsmen like Andrew Russell or Pollard. So this would be an interesting, interesting
Yeah.
battle to watch out.
Well, a lot of interesting head-to-heads which we are expected to watch today. But before we talk about the pitch and the toss, Dwayne Bravo is 9 wickets away from surpassing Malinga to become the leading wicket taker. And with in the form Dwayne Bravo is in right now, I'm sure it will not take much time for him to get to the top of that tree. Sanma, your thoughts on Bravo and death overs because he's bowled twice and he's got 3 wickets in each of the matches and he's not gone for many runs as well. The way he bowled the last over against RCB a couple of days back was also phenomenal. So as you also mentioned that there's no point in resting Dwayne Bravo. So your thoughts because he's had a good CPL as well. So that has to be in his favor because he's played a lot of cricket before the IPL.
Yeah, but Graham Bravo, we all know, is a champion player. He's someone who has played he has played 500 T20 games, be it anything, IPL, CPL, and all combined is 500 games. So he has got that amount of experience, and he, along with Pollard, have won 15 trophies. So he's someone who is really experienced in our team, and I am happy that he has struck the form at the right time, and he's contributing well. And like MS had told in last game that he tells Bravo to not to bowl six slower balls, but six balls should be different from each ball should be different from each other. So that's what Bravo is doing. He's changing the pace really well. He's mixing the line and length really well, and he's hitting the ball. He's hitting the ball really well. And I like the way Dhoni uses Bravo also. One over after the power play, one in middle and two at jets. It's like perfect way for Bravo to be in the mix. So it's good that Bravo has hit the form really well, and there's nothing else to say. He's a champion player.
Well, I was going back to that point because MS Dhoni's captaincy is pretty, he has his plans pretty sorted. And when you talk about Deepak Chahar bowling in the power play, he'll bowl all his 3 overs straight away, and then he'll bring on Shardul Thakur for the sixth over. So there's a definite pattern that we see with Dhoni's captaincy. We'll come back to that later as well. But Rishi, the key player, Andre Russell today, because even though Venkatesh Iyer, Gill, and Tripathi have performed well for us, you still need those experienced guys in such a big encounter.
Yeah, we do need such guys in encounters like these. I mean, but what I feel is that if the time only doesn't come for him to bat. I mean, if these four are going to finish the games in in the short time, then
Well,
then
that's all right.
Anderson
That's
has
all
to sit.
right, Sunny.
Yeah, exactly. Anderson has to sit in the dugout and just watch the game. I mean, that is one good sign which we all see right in the team, that everyone is contributing. And especially we have seen this in Indian team before, that all the top four are contributing, and then the five, six, seven do not have to come out to bat. So even in KKR, I just feel that this is going to happen. I mean, and if this happens, then we will be happy, right? Because we wouldn't want DK or Russell to come out and bat. If they get a chance, then I don't have a doubt that Russell will just go bang bang. But if it doesn't come out that he doesn't have to bat, then it's okay. No, Venkatesh Iyer and
Yeah.
Nitish Rana can, or Shubman Gill and Rahul Tripathi can finish the game.
Well, a lot of batters haven't got the chance to bat after the restart of the IPL, including DK
Yeah.
and Nitish Rana also, and also Andre Russell. So I'm sure they won't be interested in batting if the team is already finishing those matches. But yeah, it will be keen if they get a chance to bat today, and I will have to see what they do with the bat today. But Amog here has come into the comment section with the
Yeah.
CSK routing because
So
he's
there is an interesting thing that MI fans are supporting CSK today because KKR
exactly.
has to lose, and CSK fans would be supporting KKR today for CSK for KKR win because they don't want MI in the finals, or they don't want MI to qualify. So it is
Well,
just
I'm not really sure if CSK want that, but I'm really sure that MI are supporting Chennai today,
yeah.
and it's evident in the comment
No,
section as well.
you can
So
you can ask Sanmay itself that he doesn't want a CSK win today because he wants KKR to
Yeah,
win and MI
I
to,
would really
yeah,
want
MI to
CSK
stay out.
win today. I want CSK win today because the only two possible spots MI can come is at number two, or number three, or number four, and we all know MI has lost have lost eliminators, and also I would be happy that if even if MI comes, they will be in third or fourth position. But what I want is CSK to continue this winning momentum and close off the top two, seal the top two spot as quickly as possible, so that we can we, uh, we can check our bench strength, test our bench strength also.
right. And that's an interesting point, Sanmay, because Chennai have always been in such a dominant position that top four has
Yeah.
not really been an issue for them. It's the top two, and they would always like to finish in that top two with 5 matches left now for them. They are on second position with 14 points after Delhi Capitals. So things are looking really good for Chennai Super Kings. And how disappointed will Chennai be if they don't finish in the top two? Is my question now.
Yeah, they might be disappointed because they were in a good position to finish. Yesterday, I and Sanchita talked about the top points table also. The maximum point to seal the second position is 18 points because KKR the next best that can come to 18 points. And we all know RCB वो आज जीता तो जीते नहीं तो नहीं. वैसा रहता है आरसीबी का. If RCB loses tonight, then that's it. The maximum points for the top two is 18 only. So
Yeah.
CSK will be disappointed. That's why that what I'm saying is they would really want to win the two matches and seal out that top two spot
Yeah.
before so that they can, even if they have any slip ups, they won't come below top two. That's what they aim. That would be their aim.
Well, that's exactly what Sanchez is saying in the comments, because there certainly doesn't seem to be anyone going to the top two instead of Delhi and Chennai. So, Sanmay, you should be really happy, because there's a very good chance of you finishing in the top two. But
This
Keenan Iyer
comment is
has
very
made
interesting. Yeah.
Rishi, your comments on this. Your comments on this comment,
Yeah.
in
So
fact.
CSK. I mean, Ankit is claiming that CSK has the best team in the IPL, that they can beat any team. And then I love this this reply from Keenan Nair, that Delhi Capitals aren't here to drink chai. I mean, nice banter. I mean, last 10 years में कहा था अच्छा कहाँ थे अच्छा कहाँ थे नहीं दिल्ली कैपिटल्स तो अभी 2 साल से है ना इधर दिल्ली कैपिटल्स तो I mean not let's not talk about that but now
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
talk
Ankit has a
about
different level of confidence, I must say.
Well, it's good to see Delhi Capitals coming into the mix these years as well,
yeah
because it certainly is making the IPL interesting. And Delhi have been a consistent side since the past 3 years, so that makes this encounter even more interesting, because KKR would love to finish in the top four, because that's really if I ask Rishi if KKR would have had any chance to finish in the top four before the restart, he would have said a 90% no.
no
But
no
things are looking really bright right now. So, Rishi, your thoughts on that? Will the team take confidence from this, or do you think they'll just keep their heads down and take one game at a time?
one game at a time. I mean, see, look, there is a time to celebrate the win, but then at the same time you have to ensure that you do qualify. After you qualify, then you can celebrate for some time and then go for the a step forward, because until you're in the final you cannot do anything, and once you're in the final you have to win, because you lose in the final you're not going to get the championship, you will be runner up. Yes, you can celebrate that as well, but you're here to win, right? And you didn't have a good chance. If somebody would have asked me, as you said, that somebody would have asked me in the first phase of the IPL whether KKR will qualify, I would have said no. That it doesn't look. I mean, look at the points table. Where were they? They were at number 7 in the points table when phase 2 started. So from there to come into the top four, break into the top four is commendable, and I just feel that they'll get into the finals, maybe if they just qualify off.
Right, right. That's some really bold predictions. Every KKR fan would love those predictions, but we're 2 minutes away from the toss right now. Sunway win the toss and elect to.
Bat first. The way I just read the pitch report here, it's the same pitch that
Yeah.
they were using yesterday also, and we saw Rajasthan did struggle to chase down a target of 155. That shows that Abu Dhabi is it's not a great ideal to chase. It's not an ideal chasing ground. So have a target on the board and just bowl in good areas and choke the KKR batsmen. So win toss and bat first.
Perfect, perfect. And talking about
Yeah,
the pitch, Rishi, we saw that in the last game against MI as well. Even though Chakravarti and the other spinner didn't take a wicket, even Nitish Rana started off the bowling for KKR at
yeah,
Abu Dhabi last time around. And even though they didn't pick a wicket, they really, slowed down the runs. Even Narayan and Chakravarti in those middle overs,
yeah.
they didn't take wickets, as I said, but they really stopped the flow of the run. So, do you think spinners will be really crucial, because the pitch update really says us that it's going to get slower as the game progresses. So, you
Yeah.
also do you agree with Sunmay's decision to bat first?
So yeah, first of all, yes, I agree to batting first, at least in the first game of the day. If we are
Yeah.
playing at if you are playing at Abu Dhabi during the later half, then I would want the team to chase. I mean, bat second, or you can say bowl first. Yeah. So batting first at this 2:30 game is must. And um, now what I wanted to say is, chasing at Abu Dhabi is only possible after when you play that 8 o'clock game, because after 8 o'clock there is dew on the pitch, so the ball gets slightly slippery, or you cannot grip the ball much. The bowlers cannot grip the ball, so chasing in that game gets easier. But in this game there is no dew factor, so and there is heat also, so the pitch gets slower.
Well, also this
Yeah.
ground is reminding me of some of the fond memories we had last IPL against Rajasthan Royals, and also the Sunrisers Hyderabad when Lockie Ferguson bowled that super over, and we won
Yeah,
that game. So
he got that game.
yeah. And yeah, so KKR would certainly fancy their chances. But do you think, Sanmay, the dry conditions, especially because it's a day game and the temperatures in the United Arab Emirates are so high, do you think it'll play, the fitness, it will play on the fitness levels of the players?
It would play on a fitness level because they will be continuously sweating. The what we can say to players that you just continuously hydrate your bodies, because if you don't drink enough water, then there will be chances that तुमको cramps आना चालू हो सकता है. So it may have a toll on the players because वो थक जाएंगे running around, because Abu Dhabi is a big ground, so there will be huge gaps also. To cover those gaps and come back and field and then bat again, it would be difficult for players also. So, but players have to be ready for these conditions. They have to be ready for tough conditions. They are although professional players. So, ideal condition would be to just to keep yourself hydrated so that you don't get those cramps.
Perfect, perfectly put. We're just a minute away from the toss, and we can expect someone in the comments to update us with what happens at the toss soon.
Yeah.
But both teams are looking pretty, dominant. And as Sanmay and Rishi said, they don't want any changes in the 11th. So it's going to be a nail biting contest, according to me. But before we get that update, Rishi, your thoughts on KKR's middle order? They haven't got that batting practice as of now. Do you think if they come in today, they'll be surprised?
I don't think there's a need of coming only. I mean, if they come, then uh, I think Morgan is he's in a good touch, I feel, and Russell is, he's always there. Yes, you can
Yeah. So before you continue with that, KKR have won the
have
toss
won
and
the
they have
toss.
elected to bat first. So
Yeah.
bang
They don't
on
have any changes
predictions
also.
from, yeah,
They
bang
don't have
on
any changes.
prediction from you guys out here. Certainly amazing if someone from the analysts, gets that prediction and the team changes on point. So really kudos to both of you.
I don't think
Before
we'll have any changes. It will be the same team. See, he says we do not have any changes. We are the same, and I
perfect,
think
perfect,
even
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So. Well,
there are some
an
changes with
interesting
CSK, I
update
think.
we are getting. Dwayne Bravo is out. We'll have to see who replaces him. I presume it's Sam Curran,
Sam.
but yeah, Sanma, you were saying something.
Yeah, it's Sam Curran. डाल दिया ना ओमकार ने group पे. So
Well,
it's
so
good. It's a like to like replacement only for as far as it's concerned. CSK is concerned because due to overload, I thought that Dwayne Bravo misses out only due to overload. We have to accept the fact that he is an old man. He's getting old. CSK is an old army,
Yeah.
so
Uh,
they won't want someone like Bravo to get injured and sit out
well,
for some time. उससे अच्छा पहले ही बिठा
Sanma,
देते.
my revised question to you is Dwayne Bravo, missing the match due to workload, or is he missing it because Andre Russell has got 78 runs of him of just 30 deliveries at a strike rate of 170? So what is the exact reason?
No, he is due to workload only. Hey, Mrs. Clear
yeah.
is saying that he had a few niggles in the CPL, and we
Ex-
don't want a player in form like Bravo to
Right.
sit for a long period of time. So it will be necessary for CSK to manage the workload also, because Bravo is someone who is in the West Indian squad also. So he would really
Hmm.
want to be fresh for that also. So
Right.
it's because it's just a precautionary. It's just as it was written by Sanchit. It's a workload only thing to
Hmm.
Bravo for sitting out, and we have a youngster in place of him, so it's good thing for us.
Perfect, perfect. Shashank here confirms that Dhoni has said that he's got a slight niggle, so we'll have to wait and watch. And as Sanmay said, they are resting him for the further matches as well, so that is also a possibility. But Rishi, you happy with the fact that we're going to see a Sam Curran Andre Russell contest once again?
Yeah, and I just hope that it'll be a revenge time this time. Yeah, slightly, scared of Sam Curran, not because he's, I mean, he's not that fast, but the ball moves when he, bowls. He has that good quality that he can move the ball both the ways. We have seen him trouble the likes of, KL Rahul at the top, even Rohit Sharma for that matter, and he has been troubling Pollard also for some times. He has been troubling Andrew Russell. You just mentioned that he got him out from behind the stumps, which is actually quite funny when you see it as a IPL fan, but not that funny when you see it as a KKR fan. So just hope that he gives it back to Sam Curran this time. Maybe Dhoni has given the chance to Sam Curran for that only, that Anderson gives back Sam Curran what he had done to he had done in Wankhede Stadium, I think. So let's watch. It will be a very interesting match, I think. Just hope that it will be a thriller, not a one-sided again, because we have seen this year that there have been so many youngsters performing and matches are turning out to be one-sided, and so we need that thrill, right? We don't want boring matches, one-sided games. We want those last ball finishes like yesterday's game.
Right, right, right. And as Rishi mentioned, there were two games last night as well, and there are two games today as well. So it's Super Sunday, and we've got Mumbai Indians playing the Royal Challengers Bangalore, which is a very vital game because
Yeah.
the points table is really getting cramped up right now. And also, we'll be having the watch along for this afternoon's game. So both of them will be at 5:15 p.m. onwards, and the link is mentioned right in front of you, right in front on the in the comment section as well. You can also check out our social media platforms. We have all those links there as well. So please do tune in for that as well. Some interesting matches coming up, isn't it, Sunmay, today?
Yeah, it's a super. That's why we call it a Super Sunday because all the four teams they I just sort of funny mean that 10 IPL trophies are playing today. 10 winners of IPL trophies are playing today. MI 5, CSK 3, KKR 2, and RCB 0. So they are playing
Wow,
together,
I loved
and
I loved the last part of the sentence there.
Yeah.
so it's great to see because the night match will be more interesting because both teams are desperate in need of points and in need of momentum also. So it would be really interesting to watch the night game more.
Yeah, it will decide the points table completely. The night game, who will have the better chances to qualify. If Mumbai Indians win, they will have a better chance to qualify. If RCB wins, they can have a better chance of qualifying. Because if RCB starts winning, that is what they want. Because in these past few years, once they have started losing, they are, if they were in the top four, they have ended up in bottom four once they started losing. Because
Right.
when they start losing, they lose off 5 or 6 games in a streak, which they want in the opposite fashion, right? You want to win 5 or 6 games rather than losing 5 or 6 games. So that would be one interesting game to watch, and I think this game also would be very interesting because in this game, MI fans would be supporting CSK, and even RCB fans would be supporting CSK.
Right, right, right. Well, so prediction time, guys. Starting with Sanmay and then Rishi. So, Sanmay, what do you think how many runs will KKR put on the board, and will CSK be able to chase the target?
It would be ideal that if CSK stops KKR below 150, then it would be easy for CSK to chase it down. But yeah, that's what I want. Below 150 or around 150 to 160. That should be the ideal total for CSK to chase down the match, chase down this.
Okay, Rishi, what do you predict? Because as we all talked about, the middle order not getting chances in the match, but the likes of Russell having such a good record against Chennai. Do you
Yeah.
think 160 plus total is on the cards today?
I think somewhere around 160 to 180 again. In the last match also I had predicted around same total, and we had ended around in the same having the same total. So I think even this game I would go around somewhere 170 to 175 for that matter. That would be a good total, because if we end up at below 160, it would be quite dangerous, because CSK have a a very uh, a very good batting lineup with Ruturaj Gaikwad in form. So we don't want that Ruturaj Gaikwad to take any advantage of the total being less. So nothing below 160 should be on the cards. I think it should go around 175. Even if we are 15 runs ahead, then
Yeah.
that's good.
Well, Sanmay predicting a 150 target, and Rishi predicting a 175 target. We'll have to wait and watch what the boys put on for put on for KKR. But it's a very decisive day for IPL. It's a very decisive day for the points table in general. So we hope that we have a blockbuster today. We have some amazing close encounters. So once again, thanks Sanmay and thanks Rishi. We'll join you for the watch along as well at 5:15, from 5:15 onwards, and we'll talk much about the game. So good luck to both of you, and let's see who wins this game. I'm pretty excited for this one. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.